And July is Social Wellness Month, and it's meant to highlight the importance of building connections with others, and that's a part of the goal of Meals on Wheels San Diego County. Here to talk more about what they do was Meals on Wheels volunteer Elana Craig and senior client Lois Lamson. Elana and Lois, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. I had the pleasure of going on a ride-along with Meals on Wheels a few years ago, and it was pretty incredible. I kind of get a little emotional thinking about it because I see the impact and how many seniors it is helping across San Diego County. The latest report, more than 2,000 seniors are being helped within this organization. So I'm going to start with you, Elana. Tell us about the importance of the Social Wellness Month and the celebration.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to talk about Meals on Wheels. I was so lucky to start volunteering with the organization about 5 years ago. I knew that during COVID, a lot of the volunteers were older, and because of potential compromised health, that they needed some new volunteers. And so being able to give back in my community was something really important to me. And so I got a route on Fridays, and that's when I got to meet Lois, who has become really a very special person in my life.
Yeah, and before we hear Lois's story, tell us a little bit about Meals on Wheels and what it serves.
So I always think of Meals on Wheels as going the extra mile for our seniors. So yes, we bring food to them, but you know, people can get food through other organizations. But what we also bring is a friendly face, a smile, a safety check. So especially if you have family members living out of town, you know, for them to know that someone is coming every day to check on their loved one, I think really gives them peace of mind. And Meals on Wheels goes even further in that when we had some rolling blackouts back a few years ago, they brought shelf-stable food, they brought blankets. In the summertime, Lois and I were just talking about the fact that they provide fans to the seniors. They also do We Care bags, so they bring bags. When do you get your We Care bag?
On my birthday.
On her birthday,
nice. Well,
which she celebrates all month.
Yes.
Well, Alana, thanks for sharing that. Lois, tell us about yourself, your story, and where are you from?
Well, I'm originally from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I moved out here because the altitude was too high for my heart. That's how I first got with Meals on Wheels, was when I had to have open heart surgery. And it was only going to be a temporary thing. But then I got hit with a stroke.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And that changed my life completely.
Well, you have a beautiful spirit, and tell us when you connected with Meals on Wheels and why you decided to do it.
Well, as I said, I first started just as a temporary, but afterwards, I don't cook anymore. I can't get around the kitchen that well to do anything. If I do things, it'd be mostly cold things that I would have just right there in the refrigerator. But being on a walker is too difficult for me. Meals on Wheels provides the good nutrition, and being a diabetic, my endocrinologist even likes it because otherwise I skip meals.
Yeah, and how many meals a day do you receive from Meals on Wheels?
I receive 2. I take both the lunch and the dinner, and their nutrition, I supplement them a bit because my appetite is pretty good.
Yeah.
So I do supplement them a little bit, but still, being a diabetic, I have to be careful with what I supplement them with. So it's usually something protein or once in a while a goodie.
Yeah, and something I observed when I went on this ride-along is the connection with the seniors receiving the meals and then those like yourself as a volunteer dropping the meals off. Describe that connection that you have with the person that's delivering the meals to you.
Well, all of my volunteers that come to me are very personable, and they all are friendly, and they all take the extra minute to ask how I'm doing, make sure that everything's all right that day. But Elana tends to go an extra mile, if you don't mind my bragging on her. She does things that the other ones don't necessarily. She really, I call her my sunshine girl.
Aww.
She brings, when I had the stroke, it was right at the beginning of COVID, and it just isolated me completely. And I thought it was really an adjustment in my life because of losing my independence. And even though I've got my children here who take care of my daily needs, I'm still able to live alone. But a lot of, every so often I'll text her and say, I need my Elana fix. Can you come over?
Lois, what a beautiful story. I appreciate you sharing something so personal to you. And Elana, just hearing what Lois is saying, how does that make you feel as being a volunteer?
It's wonderful. It really is. And when I first got into it, I felt like I was, wanted to help people, but honestly, I get so much back out of this. My relationship with Lois has been so wonderful. She even made me reroute my day so that, because I used to tell her I could only spend 45 minutes with her because I had other clients. Yeah. Now she's rerouted, so now she gets a good hour, hour and a half out of me because we have lunch together every Friday. Sometimes she sends me to her favorite restaurant or something so I can bring her something special.
Well, it is such a pleasure meeting the both of you. I know we were talking about the work that Meals on Wheels San Diego County does, but it just makes you think this how important social connection is, just a volunteerism, and just it's beautiful, Lois and Elana.
It really is, and I want to just tell you one quick story about Elana, and that's why I call her my sunshine girl when I need my Elana fix. She travels quite a bit because she volunteers with other organizations. But she never stops she never forgets who's home. She takes the time to write a postcard to me, whether it's from Bhutan or Bangkok. Here I get a card from her, she's already back. But she's taken the time out to remember me, to reach out to me, and I find that just amazing.
That is so beautiful. I'm sure so many people who are watching are learning from you. That it takes just a simple, nice thing. It could be a phone call to drop off just some milk to your loved one, a family member or a neighbor.
Well, I was so active in my life before the stroke hit, but it's getting along. It's been an adjustment, but I'm getting there.
Well, we wish you the very best, Lois and Elana. Thank you so much. See, we all got our Lois and Elana fix today. I love it. That's what we needed to hear. Thank you. All right, now we'll send it over to Danica McAdam from Mark Mathis.